Watching him was like watching clean water flow over rocks, and I reckon that was what Andy McLeod looked like when he played. Please put your hands together as Bungie comes to stage. 340 games, a club record holder between 95 and 2010, premiership player 97-98, Norm Smith medalist 97-98, three-time club champion, five-time All-Australian, including captain in 07, AFL PA MVP, pre-season premiership player, pre-season Michael Tuck medalist. Best player I've ever seen, Andrew McLeod.
As you can tell from the opening clip, Andrew McLeod received almost every individual and team accolade that is available in the sport of Australian rules football. Therefore, it is no surprise that Andrew McLeod had a highly successful career as an Indigenous AFL player for the Adelaide Crows. The reason why I selected Andrew McLeod as my Australian sport participant for this assignment is because as a loyal and long-time supporter of the Adelaide Crows Football Club, I have developed a huge amount of knowledge and respect for him, as he is arguably the best player in the club's 27-year history. And as Hamish McLaughlin, brother of AFL CEO Gillan McLaughlin, stated in the intro, he's the best player that I've ever seen. After retiring, McLeod released a book recapping his journey from his life as a young boy and the pathway that he took to reach AFL stardom. Jeff Kingston is the author for this biography, Black Crow, the Andrew McLeod story, which was published in 2010 by Pan Macmillan Australia. In this vodcast analysis, McLeod's personal journey of his experiences with the Australian sport delivery systems will be explained, with particular focus on his journey to the level of elite sport competition. Sport delivery systems are vital factors in Australian sport to progress and train athletes from amateur participation in sport to elite professionalism. Sport delivery systems involve a whole range of different influences. Some of these include how the government structures and delivers sport in the country, how sport can be made accessible to all by promoting social and health benefits, and how the Australian government invests and supports the sporting pathway from the local grassroots level to the national elite stage. It is important to learn and understand the process and systems in which professional athletes use to reach the highest level possible in their specific sport. This is to prove and highlight that there is no overnight success or quick jump to the elite sport level, and correct pathways must be taken to reach an athlete's full potential. Andrew McLeod was born and grew up in the Northern Territory. The McLeod family were located in Katherine, and at the age of 6, Andrew showed impressive skills in the sports of rugby, soccer, cricket and athletics. However, it was at Anula Primary School where McLeod found his true love of Australian rules football, when he was encouraged to play by one of his teachers. It wasn't until age 9 when McLeod joined an open football team, which was made up of all different types of nationalities and ages, a traditional Northern Territory team in essence. When McLeod moved to Sanderson High School and Casuarina College, Andrew's sporting career really flourished, and he realised that he could play AFL professionally one day. McLeod joined and played football for the Darwin Buffaloes Football Club, where his clever game sense and advanced ball skills shone through. McLeod played for 8 years at the family club until he got selected to play for the Northern Territory representative sides. Andrew received increased attention while playing in the Till Cup competitions before being chosen to play for the Northern Territory Football League senior team against the Victorian representative team in Melbourne in 1994. National Draft Scouts identified McLeod's talent, which caused McLeod to move to Adelaide to further pursue his potential AFL career. Later that year, McLeod played with the Port Adelaide Football Club in the South Australian Football League, a league below AFL level, where he helped them win the premiership. In the 1994 off-season, Andrew McLeod was drafted to the Adelaide Crows after the Fremantle Dockers traded the pick and therefore right to recruit him to the Crows. Mainly all the football competitions McLeod participated in on his journey to the national stage, as well as the AFL, were round-robin formatted. This means that each team has to play at least every team once, with usually a ladder ranking in place. The sport of Australian rules football uses the round-robin format in the minor rounds, as it best allows to find the best team in the competition, as every team has to play against each other. The system changes to a single or double elimination system in the final series, depending on finishing ladder position. As per the 5th edition of the Sport Management in Australia textbook definition by David Shilbury states on page 22 that those who are the best at local level are selected to represent their region in interstate contests, and the elite are ultimately selected to represent Australia. Theoretically, this system of club responsibility for development and administration of a sport in a district, an association of clubs for state-level sport, and a federation for national representative teams should encourage everyone to find a level appropriate to his or her skill level. Andrew McLeod is the game's record holder for the Adelaide Crows. playing 340 senior AFL games as a one-club player between his debut in 1995 to his retirement in 2010. Some of his greatest achievements include being a premiership player for the Crows in 1997 and 1998, while being judged best of field in both consecutive grand finals. Other notable achievements include being a 5-time All-Australian, a 3-time club champion for the Crows, captaining Australia in the International Rules Series against Ireland in 2005, and being included in the Indigenous Team of the Century. The various club and school sport programs, as well as organised football competitions and player talent scouts, all contributed to Andrew McLeod become a professional AFL athlete. Research by Chris Youn for the Clearinghouse for Sport website states, Australian governments at all levels play a major role in delivering sport and sport-related policies and programs, including providing support and funding to sport organisations, clubs and individuals, and are often major investors and contributors to building and maintaining sports-related infrastructure and sponsoring the hosting of major sporting events. Without funding for sport programs and sport delivery systems, McLeod, and other professional athletes for that matter, might have not reached the high levels of elite sport. The use of government funding for sport is critical to invest in elite institutes of sport, while media and sponsors help to promote and maintain interest and facilities. As a direct example to the biography, McLeod required constant and serious medical attention on his knees while he was playing AFL. Therefore, McLeod needed to undergo surgery and rehab multiple times in his career, which required the correct sport medical systems in place. On page 147 in the biography, McLeod highlighted the struggle with his injuries and the rehab process, but could never give up. He said, "There's nowhere to hide. I can't escape. I just have to do it. I have to get through it." I believe that the author of the Black Crow biography, Jeff Kingston, had a very sound understanding of McLeod's experiences in the sport delivery system. This is because they both worked closely together while writing the book. This means Kingston included and was provided with all factual and relevant information as he used McLeod as his key and primary source. Kingston is a knowledgeable and engaging author, and I believe his messages were portrayed clearly in the biography. Furthermore, to highlight my personal benefits of completing this analysis, I have learnt that the sport delivery systems are the key infrastructure in Australian sport to promote and encourage sport development. Sport development is critical to the improvement and progress of athletes in sport. I also think that sport delivery systems are extremely effective in the Australian sport pathway, as it gives all types of people an opportunity to participate and develop in sport in hope to reach a higher standard. Although, like most areas, there is definitely room for improvement. I believe that this improvement can be found by increased government funding, as well as education about both the health and mental benefits of organised sport and sport programs. Highly successful AFL footballer Andrew McLeod was a prime example for this assignment, as he perfectly encapsulated the key fundamental elements of following the Australian sport delivery pathway as he grew up. I believe that McLeod positively benefited of his community involvement in his local junior sporting clubs and other various sport delivery programs, and therefore had a correlating impact on his ability to become a professional athlete. Thank you for watching.